This is Don. This is Don. Max. Well, let's stop there. You haven't cooperated because you sandbagged me. After the fact, you already executed it. And after I've gone through logs, you guys are firewalling out traffic. In other words, you couldn't fund the program. When I told you how much this could wind up generating, you panicked. And you turned around and tried to stick it on my reputation. That should have happened after day 6 when you realized how big it could get, and you realized it was going to blow your point budget. You're used to programs that don't blow your point budget because there's always something left over. I saw how the other programs worked. You throw out 250,000 points. It sounds like a great big amount of money, but you'd only spend like maybe 7 or 8,000 out of that 250,000. So you always have this rollover points budget. You're used to that effect. What you're not used to is dealing with somebody that pre-filters the traffic to my own website. I've been doing it for 20 years. I don't need the 90% that aren't interested. So I get a higher concentration. Right. No, I no, it's clear that's what you're trying to sell me here. But I have a list of 1,200 IP addresses that were sent to your website to sign up, and then I've got all the IP addresses and email addresses that were able to complete the task, and I can show as per a date when that traffic stopped of me sending it to you and it not returning back to me effective in the program was right after the first time we had this discussion about breakage. So, look, I've got math. It's not made up. It's not. Well, since we hung up yesterday, what I did was dug through logs and found out you guys been cheating me. Now, either you know you've been cheating me or you don't know you've been cheating me. Which is it? Because I'm not going to hold a discussion whether or not it's happening. I'm sending you traffic. You're not signing them up. You're literally IP filtering out that traffic. It's it's called a firewall, and that's why those people were getting 403 pages that were able to get through. Do you realize that the traffic that got through, most of them were using uh, fake IPs where they're saying they're somewhere else in the country in the world? Almost all the U.S. traffic that did sign up after that was using fake IPs. In other words, you've been filtering out U.S. traffic. I sent you an email. You see the pictures? Yesterday. Look, look. I sit there and I've got tracking URLs in there. I sent you 1,200 people to that page to download the app. Less than 3, they didn't come back. My traffic to you never fell off. How would I know? Why would I care? Oh, no, let's talk about accusation here. You decided that my system suddenly died and some little idiot in fucking Germany knew it all and I should be copying him. That all my stuff suddenly broke one day. It's been working fine for 3 years, but one day after you got some numbers of how big this was going to be, my stuff broke, even though I changed nothing. That is the assumption you want to work off of right now and try to convince me it's happening. The solution is you include me before you make a decision. What I got yesterday, I've already had to contact a damn lawyer in Germany. That's where we're at this point. You want to know where we're at? You turned around and told me we don't have a contract, although digital signatures have been valid for 20 years. You're by the way, you're doing business in the state of New Mexico with me. Verbal contracts are valid. Everything's been recorded. Action has been taken. If you're sitting there thinking that a ink signature on that piece of paper is going to relieve you of a legal obligation, you're wrong. I've already gone through this many times with many companies on this. I love it when you guys turn around and try to bully somebody because you think they won't fight back. I'm not some little peon. And guys, I don't know if you know you're doing it, but you dropped my traffic, either on purpose or by accident. I've done enough of these programs over the years. I should have got a doubling rate every 14 days, not an immediate death. We don't go from. They're not showing comments. I got comments that are showing up 6 months late. That's a YouTube thing. What's that got to do with the fact that you're not your app's not installing? I sent you. There's a video yesterday or day before where I cannot install that app myself on BlueStacks right now. That's okay. You want to drift off into that? That's part of your problem. Is it's global. You literally look at the comments. Everybody knew you were a bunch of scumbags, and I was the idiot for falling for it. Do you realize that is right now the status of everybody commenting? What an idiot I was for believing you. Because you have. This is where you keep blowing things off. Okay? I'm sorry you don't understand that 99% of the people out there just lurk. They don't look. First part of the discussion is actually fulfill some portion of your contract. You haven't done that yet. You actually made me buy my money back at a loss. Right. Because you because you showed me so much other money. You know what it got to be? It got to be the point where it looked like this was starting to be where it was always an excuse. I'll have it done in a couple of days. A couple of days. It's been 6 weeks. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. No. No. You. I will say right now. All the people that signed up. Yeah, you better give them their 50%. That's a deal you made. You don't get to pull. You don't get to undo that. That just makes you liars. That makes you the fact that every single one of those people that signed up and is getting their 50% right now is supposed to be growth. If that program was bigger than what you claimed it was, that you can't extend out past the 90 days, afford the 90 days, then that was a failure in your guys' math. That means the program is actually more effective than what you thought it was going to be. But you're supposed to get between what, five at a minimum, and up to 20, depending on the effectiveness of the affiliate. Most affiliates don't reach that effectiveness, so you're going to clear the extra 15%. But you're trying to reach so many places so often that you're distilling your own waters. You've made it impossible to focus this as growth. You're looking for a $70 million market cap to be pulled towards you over the course of 9 months. Did anybody figure out what the market cap was and what they might have to possibly fund before they launched a program like this? You might have pulled 100% of the users. You weren't prepared for what you did get. That's why you went and made this decision that you're running out of money. Because it's a 90-day unfunded liability is what we're getting at. You were looking for bigger breakage than what you're getting off this. That's why when I sent you the letter 2 days ago, I said, are you trying to promote Guns of Glory, or are you trying to grow Huawei's app gallery? Because right now, from the way I see this, I don't think you guys even know what you're trying to accomplish. I really don't. What is the goal? Are we promoting one game, or are you trying to get your this division of your company to grow? You're not. This is not an effective way to do this. I'm telling you, the markets are not what you think they are. The it is like a split divide right down an age group. You are trying to get the over 40 crowd, and you're not going to get it with this crap. You need people do not have disposable income until the age of 40. Trying to get the 20-year-old who's addictive and blew his paycheck from McDonald's every week is a low freaking drop rate. I see the under 25s. They don't spend near what a 45-year-old does. That's because it. Well, yeah, I mean that's adhering to the contract. That's at least turning around and not making me out to be the liar and having to take the fall for your guys' decision. Because let's remember, you made this decision without previous discussing with it with me. If you'd have just said something up front, we could have dealt with this. You sandbagging me? Nope, there's no trust there because you haven't followed through with your other words. Money still's not here. I'm buying back my own. I'm buying back my own money at a loss in game points. They don't spend. I'll tell you what. You saw the rate that we go up to. I threw everything at that video I put up this morning. I haven't done a stress test on what I can do for my system in a long time. So I used you guys this morning for a stress test. I don't even know I haven't even looked at it. What did I break? Did I break 10,000? Probably broke higher than that. The this let's go to analytics. What do we do? We're at 12,500. I'm at 12,460 views on that thing. That's how many people with a 20%. So about 20% of them. Most of those people watched at least 20% of that video, which is it's a short video. So I mean, but complaint videos don't get very good view time. No, what is your solution to fixing this? Because you're the ones dragging me out. Do you have a budget to run a program? This doesn't hurt me. I hate to inform you of this. This does not hurt me. All this is, it does hurt my players. But at the end of the day, the reason I got a big loyal bunch of players is they know I'm not going to sit there and not defend them. That's why I got upset about the VIP thing. You decided you were going to hold their VIP money until they responded to another program you were trying to push in the background that you didn't inform me of. That that, that that's sandbagging me twice. I know that. But we're not offering. I mean, the solution that you've offered me here is to end the program, but at least let the people who signed up until now use it. Right? That's what you just offered. Am I misunderstanding or missing something? Gotcha. That's just adhering to the contract, although we're null avoiding the rest of my year. So the solution is not to have a 300 people out there pissed off at you or 600 people pissed off at you. Just have me pissed off at you. That's the solution that you're looking for. I have You haven't given me options yet. What is the alternative to you keeping your word with the users? What is it you expect from me? I've got no say in this. They're now on your platform. You promised them something. It's between you and them at this point, other than you making me out to be a liar if you take it away from them. I get it. I get it. Look, again, I understand corporate structure. What I don't understand is why somebody walked into a room and thought, we're just going to do it. To hell with them. Let's see how bad this hurts. And I think the reason we're holding this discussion today is it hurt pretty bad. This looks bad. This is the kind of thing that gets people fired, and I damn well know it. Then let's. I have no intentions on holding a discussion until portions of this contract are completed. In other words, I expect to see some form of payment as agreed. You're telling me you're broke, can't afford points. It, that's, that's, I've heard. Then we'll discuss it next week. I've got a number. What I don't have is a company that's actually following through in a timely fashion. You seem to think that I operate my business at zero cost. I'm not some kid in his mother's basement. And I explained that to him that this you're not the only corporation I do business with on any aspect. I got oil companies that don't pay me in under 90 days, and at the end of 90 days, they always try to stretch it out to 120. I'm used to that. The problem winds up being is nothing I'm being told is happening on a proper schedule, and for somebody to turn around and say that my system just suddenly broke when from no side of my information do I see a decline. Nothing I'm sending has declined. The only portion of decline that I saw was there was no conversion every 14 days on doubling up. That means there was another disruption somewhere else. That disruption's in your app gallery. And when I asked for the reason the start of this call yesterday was to ask for direct APKs to fix your system. Oh, can't do that. Because a direct APK turns around and puts it on my servers, and then I know they get a good product. I could have fixed this for all the gamers. I could have converted people faster. I could have eliminated the 19 steps you put in there that gets people confused and lost. It should not take freaking 25 steps for people to use a digital platform. Click here, enter this. You guys you've made it deliberately difficult. This is a marketing system. It is antiquated. The I'm used to this. I'm from the gun world. We were still operating catalogs 20 years ago, and we are still not digitally up to date with most of our platforms. But there's no excuse for it in the gaming world. Especially when you're trying to move people from one market to another, you're trying to shift money across international lines. There are 7 countries now that are trying to label this gambling, or actually have written laws labeling this stuff as gambling, preventing certain things to be happening inside games. I mean, there's a lot that I have to look into before I start promoting because I actually pay attention to some of these international laws. The I you guys had an opportunity here, and quite frankly, you don't know what I'm doing. You don't understand what I'm doing. I could have been your biggest marketing platform, but all you've done is just disrupt me. At this point, the players need to get their money, and I need to get paid out what I'm owed over the next 3 months. And but that will be the last time we do business, because your word can't be kept. You're trying to figure out some way to weasel out of it after the fact. Had you just come back after the first 6 days and said, "Whoa, the projections on this is going to blow our points budget," I could have dialed it back. But last week I sent out press releases. I've got freaking stuff up on 7 different platforms. There's no pulling back the advertising you guys gotten for free. So the only thing I can do right now is counterman my own growth for you that I set in place. So that everybody, because anytime anybody in the future goes looking for you guys, they're going to find the stuff that I put out yesterday. That's what they're going to find. That went out on a news source. 186 news wires picked that up yesterday. You guys might want to look through my LinkedIn. You know, there's about 1,200 news agencies inside that damn thing. You're now sitting to be a nice big fat juicy story in an election year, where the president of the United States is trashing your company's name, which was something I was fighting, because one had nothing to do with the other. One had to do with hardware tech. This had to do with gaming apps. And that's a branding uphill challenge that I decided to take on. But you didn't cooperate with me. Matter of fact, you stabbed me in the back. When there are problems and the conversion rate isn't where I say it's supposed to be, there's a problem. We shouldn't be looking for excuses for the problem. We should have been looking for solutions. I know what my conversion rate is. No, you haven't wanted to cooperate. You keep going back and holding discussions with people who don't know how this works on my end. I have enjoyed for almost 20 years a very solid conversion rate. The first 6 days was half of what it should have been. What did we get? Like 3%. I normally see a 6. I was troubleshooting why I wasn't getting 6. You were all ecstatic about them first 6 days. I was pissed off about them first 6 days. I was still looking for why that was happening. I am $6,000 committed to a new kingdom that was supposed to be promoting your program that I cannot promote anymore. I have spent the last month telling everybody that has followed me for years that we're going to do a new kingdom under the new system, and I'm going to tell everybody in advance. I'm not going to walk in and hide like I usually do, because I don't want to deal with the trolls. I was going to deal with them up front. I am $6,000 into committed on that, and I want that burden on you guys. Because at this point, there's no point to me doing a new kingdom. You act like that we're in a 90-day program that I'm not supposed to be looking ahead. No, that's the same discussion. This is the same discussion. As of for the last 3 weeks, I've been operating under the fact that I had 4 months to recoup any money I invested on my side. As of yesterday, you took that away after I already spent. You So you're not even going to try and buy me out of the rest of the contract that you're null and voiding. What do I mean? We signed a 6-month contract. You just cut it in half. At the very minimum, we're on pace for $24,000 out of that contract to me. If zero growth for the rest of the year, you'd still owe me another $24,000 over and above of what you owe me now. You took away my ability to generate that money, and I got you. We're still in the lawyer phase of this, so we'll see how full of it you are next week. We're not done with this. We haven't, guys. I don't know how, if I walked in and fired you after making you sign a contract to do work for a year, you would demand your salary. I just gave you my suggestion. If you want to null and void the last 3 months of the contract, 6,000 in points will null and void that, so that I'm not completely out of pocket for a project that I don't want to even run. That project was being done for you, not for me. I'm not in the Guns of Glory promoting business. And I'm about to have to promote Guns of Glory because I was working for you when I started that project. At least then I can do all the castle builds and the videos out of is what recoverable. I am not paying for you to null and void my contract. You are insane for even suggesting that. Look, you gave me $2,200 in points that you didn't give me. I bought them at dollar for dollar when I could have got them at a 50% discount by just getting the cash and putting it back into the system. I'm already out $1,100 from the last time you couldn't pay me on time. I lost $1,100 the last time I took the 2,200 in points. I used them points to prep further pushing this program because at the very least, it wasn't at the 20 that it should have been, but it was at least going to be hitting 10 a month. Nope, that's going to be only me. That was to promote you. That 6,000 is to buy me out of this last 3 months that you don't want to pay me. You'll pay me what you owe me for the users. The $6,000 is to make sure that I don't keep making money with you. Does that make that simpler to understand? Well, for the 90 days, if they registered last week and were qualified, you got to give them their 90 days. But that ain't that. But that's only what 25, 30 people. Yes. I got that. I got that. That's what I'm proposing at this point. No new activations. I still get paid for whatever they. I still. No, not if they were activated under the 50% promise. There will be no new ones from me. I will not promote your company. You are buying me out of the fact that I am done talking about you positively or negatively. I'm telling you, you've just you shit talked me. You trashed what I do. You don't understand what it is, and you don't want to correct your problems. Why? And you don't. Right. Yes. Plus whatever revenue is generated over the 60 days by those users that are still in the program. You're wanting to hold it all the way out for 60 days? You are October. November what? No, 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 no. Not sometime in November because November's holidays, November's is vacations. November, look, we've already had nothing but delays and problems because for some reason, instead of running computers, you've got a crippling domino of staff that's always out sick. That's not getting anything done. So I'm kind of tightly closing this down. November 5th. Wait a minute. I'm going to look at a calendar. Then let's do it month per, then let's do if you want to hold the net 30 days then you're going to be paying me in October as well. You're going to pay me in October for September's numbers. Okay. My understanding was you're wanting to hold the rest of the year out for almost 90 days. Okay, good. That works. Do we do? How long do you need to get the 6K together? Look, I'm not trying to be an asshole here. This is just upsetting. It was too much for me too, but I thought I was going to recoup it in income. It how about 5K? Every dollar that you're taking away right now is money that I got to pull out of my my end of the year fund. You're hurting places that you don't even realize. Guys, I'm buying firewood and kerosene for people for this winter. Every dollar you're negotiating from me is money I don't have to buy that. That's where we're at right now. I took my personal money against future profits that you took away without telling me. Okay, you're taking money from places that I care about, and this is one of the reasons I'm pissed off. I, that video does not say anything negative. It just tells what is. That video pulled 12,000 views. Pulling it down hurts me. Uh, where are we at? Are you going to do the 5K? Once that actually shows up in my account, then I will make the video private. And until actually I want to I want to see something. Yeah, move. Right now it's just thin air and promises. You're trying to stop bad press. Uh, with more thin air and promises. The reason you got bad press is because I got nothing but thin air and promises. You can't come in here and tell me my word is good this week is good today when your word wasn't good yesterday. No, private means it's not viewable by the public. Unlisted means it's viewable, but the link is still there. So, right. Yeah, because I'm not deleting the video till this contract is done. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. You I, I lowered it to 5,000, and I honestly think that's being fair because what All right. I, let me tell you what you guys just missed out on, though. I was about to do an entire kingdom where everybody who's followed me for 3 years was coming back, and you literally cut yourself off from the market after the fact. If you just stuck with this, your user conversion, and I honestly, if you guys didn't do it on purpose, you better figure out why 900 of my people that tried to sign up were firewalled out from preventing. Then think about this. You lost 900 people at $45 per week. $40,000 per week gross income is gone, and you don't know why, and you're wondering why I'm upset. You guys should have been paying me $30,000 a month. I got that, but I can't work with you on hopes, dreams, and promises when I send the look. It doesn't work perfectly for 10 days and then quit. You've got to get that through your head. If nobody touched anything, it keeps working the way it always works. My system is a base. It just happens. It's passive. I don't have to try. It just works. It always works. It worked today. I went and proved it worked today. The uh that would be CPI. Do you understand that that's what I was suggesting with you for the last 4 weeks? That this is the reason that because the direct APK and branded stores. If you want to do business with these influencers and the percentages that you are offering are way too high. Look, if I was you and I was talking to me, I would be offering 3% of gross and promoting the entire company through a branded store. I would be offering me 3 to 5% of gross revenue and none of this 20-30% stuff. The it's still and I would do it over a 12-month period or maybe even greater. But you're not set up for it. What we needed to do was sit down and have a discussion on how to move the entire industry who is copying each other's failures into the next way this thing needs to happen. COVID changed the way the market is moving this summer. I've got probably 30,000 new competitors trying to knock me off my spots. Okay? I was ahead of the game and I'm already prepared for this coming. I didn't know COVID was going to come, but I knew something was going to happen where more and more people, well, I tell you what I thought was it was the kid getting paid millions of dollars to play the video game. At some point, the market was going to realize you didn't make money during the gold rush digging gold. You made money selling blue jeans and pickaxes. The influence is the tool. I've recorded this. That as a, and as long as we're as the agreement's upheld. The I mean, yeah, that's a deal. All right, let me know when you got this stuff taken care of. All right, thank you.